I just need Baylor to out.
Well,
Doctor, you just gotta have to tip your cap to the Pacers in a game like this.
yeah, well, they played hard. You know, that's what they've done. I think Frank's done an amazing job under extreme circumstances. You know, it's one thing that Paul George goes down and, you know, they obviously lose Lance. But then they start the season with all these injuries. You know, a lot of teams, you know, with the way they started with all the injuries they had and then struggling, kind of let go of the rope. And somehow Frank has gotten his guys to just keep fighting and, you know, they just play so hard. They rebound the ball. They're physical. We didn't play great, but I thought that you got to give them a lot of the credit. I think a lot of it was them.
Happy with what you guys weathered the storm marathon?
Yeah, you know, I told her, you know what I love is they got up and we needed stops, and I think from the 5:30 to the 1 minute mark, they scored 0 points, and that's a great sign of a team when you're not playing well, and all of a sudden you can go on a defensive run, and that's what we did. We just got stops in a row, and we start scoring the basketball, you know. And you're not going to play perfect every night. We've had a great stretch of good play. Right now, you know, like I said the other day, these 40 games, you can just see everybody right now. Good games, bad games. It's a struggle right now for everybody, and I just told our guys, it's not going the way you want it to. Grind it out, find a way, and our guys did that.
You talk about him almost every night, but DeAndre Jordan, how he
Yeah.
the game on both sides.
Yeah, it's too early to start campaigning, you know, for Defensive Player of the Year and all that. But my gosh, what he's doing every night is unbelievable, and he does it every night. Doesn't ask for the ball, you know, sets picks, rolls, still scores because he's so active. I mean, he's the perfect guy to have on a team. You know, he really is. Especially a team that when you have a bunch of guys that want to score, you need a DJ. And the fact that we have him and the way he's playing, it's just been remarkable.
You guys ask him to do a lot of things, but probably not make much free throws.
No, we do ask him to make those. That doesn't mean he will. I mean, I ask my guys a lot of stuff. You know, listen, he works on it, you know, and, you know, I know it's a point of contention for a lot of people, but they don't see him in the gym every day working on his free throws, him and Armand. You know, and it's just good that he made them.
Doc Blake had 4 games that weren't Blake-like in
Yeah.
a row. And tonight, what was different in those and back to himself tonight?
You know, I don't know. I think we've played a lot of games. Blake probably gets beat up more than anybody in the league, and him and Dwight Howard probably take as much physical punishment as anybody. So he's human. He's going to have some games. I'm sure Chris will have some games too. It was nice, you know. I didn't think we ever played at the pace, and every time we got down, it's like, okay, let's play at our pace for like 3 minutes. Then we do it. Then we go back to, you know, I liken teams like this to, you know, Durant, Leonard, for all you old people. You know, we need to get to the fight, the second fight, not the first fight. And I thought we were fighting their fight the whole night, really. And then we had stretches of flurries, you know, so. I thought that was pretty good what I just did, but you guys don't think so. That's fine.
That was back when people fought each
Yeah,
other.
yeah. They didn't run from each other and all that. Yeah.
Now, where do you see Chris at as far as there's that constant balance between the pass with the score? Where do you see
I'm always going to say he should shoot more. I'm a coach of belief of aggressive point guard. So, you know, Chris Rump's the right balance, but I'm sure I drive him crazy at times because I'm a believer in the aggressive point guard. I just think it puts so much pressure on the defense every time. But I mean, I can't argue. He's a great player, and he's been more aggressive this year. Down the stretch, he got aggressive, and all of a sudden we were really good. So I'm just a big believer in putting pressure on bigs, and I think when you have an aggressive guard, that can happen.
Are you concerned about your team being too passive? This is like the 3rd time you've said that you guys have to get to the fight.
Yeah.
Faster. That's been kind of a theme.
Well, not get to the fight, get to the pace, you know, for us. No, I'm not concerned. To shorten the answer, so no would be the answer.
DeAndre had 19 boards the first time you guys played the Pacers. He has 23 tonight. They're a really good rebounding team. Does he get up for these types of?
No, I think he's one of the only ones that can get them for us. You know, so I think he had to. We needed every one of them that he got tonight. So He's just a great rebounder, and he doesn't care that the other team's a great rebounding team. He can care less. He just can go rebound anyway, and that's what he does.
Doc, your bench was outscored. Again, you talked about
Yeah.
pregame, same thing happened last time you played the Pacers. How much of a concern is that going forward?
It's a concern, having said that, our bench saved us the game before. So I don't know if we're just an inconsistent bench right now, and we just got to keep working on it. Their bench played more tonight, so that's a little misleading. I was short with our bench tonight because of the way they were playing. So it's kind of skewed. It doesn't represent, if we had equal minutes against their bench.
Doc, I know it didn't come out the way you wanted, but
Yeah.
a chance to put it away at the end, the last play that you called, and the ball got turned over from
Yeah.
CP3 to Blake.
I like the play. I didn't like the results. CP went low. I want him to go high with that. But Hibbert is a big freaking guy, and that's what CP said. I just didn't think I can get it over him because we emptied the backside out. So Blake literally had the entire backside. And I told him, you probably had thrown it anywhere back there. No one was back there because they were staying on JJ. But our execution has been pretty good. It was actually good on that play. He just saw Hibbert, and I can't blame him. Hibbert's a monster. He's a big guy. So
Is there one guy who can be kind of the stability in the second unit? Is that responsibility fall on any one guy?
not right now, no. No, Jamal, when he's scoring, his elbow I think is bothering him a little bit more than he probably was letting on. But no, not yet. And we miss Spencer a little bit. You can see his value too. Not being out on the floor, because now when you take Blake off the floor, we have two bigs that they're really clogging the paint up on. And that's the value of a Spencer. Hollis is right there.
Speaking of plays that you like, just ask Coach Vogel about the play for Stuckey.
That was a good play.
Yeah, and how
great
fortunate
shot.
do you feel right now? I mean, that thing was.
If we go in, then we get the ball and score.
No.
So honestly, that's the way you think. So it's part of the game. It's a make-miss league. I can recount 5 layups or easy shots we missed too. So you can't do that if you know what I'm saying. But we pretty much targeted where they were going to go. We thought Stuckey on JJ, and we thought Miles off of a screen somewhere, and they went with Stuckey.
Do you think teams are going to start looking for Blake throwing the lob to DJ? Is there anything they can do about
They
it?
can't do a lot about it, especially I like what Blake was doing today. We've been trying to, when we throw the ball ahead to him, I want him to attack. And early on, he was taking it and waiting. And tonight was great. He kept attacking. And when he attacks, the other big has to come over and help. And that leaves DJ running free. And, I don't know how you prepare for that because I don't know how many bigs can do that. So it's good. It's good. I just loved his pace today when we threw ahead to him today. We need more of that.
Doc, is a win a win, or is this the kind of game that you expected to maybe handle a little easier than?
No, a win's a win. Just look at all the scores tonight. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to win games and not advance, but advance, if you know what I mean. You're just winning advance right now. We've got 30 more of these dog days of the NBA. You just got to grind games out, try to stay healthy. Try not to get a lot of texts, spend money. You just got to grind them out. But it's the greatest time to grow. I really believe that because when you're grinding, you kind of find things. And I think this is a great time for growth for every team, and ours is included.
Is there a harder city to go play in as a tired team than Denver?
No.
That's as tough as it gets.
That's as tough as it gets. I haven't said that at least it's a day off in Platinum. I don't know what it was, but I know for 3 or 4 years they're playing teams on the back-to-back. What were they, like 54-4 or something like that? So, at least we get the day off. And so we can get the oxygen, and then now we won't be able to breathe at all.
Have you learned anything at all from the last few decades of going there, doing things differently?
I really haven't. I swear I haven't. It's funny. I tried to tell my son Austin the first time he went there. I said, "Hey, warm up really hard, and then you'll be all right." And he told me he did that. And he said, doing the layup line, he had to go sit down. He was exhausted. So that clearly didn't work. I've heard so many theories with that.
What's the craziest theory?
The craziest theory is coming right before the game. Like, take the fine.
Like, is there like 6?
Literally, no, I've heard that, literally, and I've heard from, I won't say the coach, but he's a championship coach, I'll tell you that. He thinks if you fly in right before the game, off the plane, right to the game, you have a better chance.
What's the fine now?
But the fine is, I think, $1 million or $500,000, so no one's gonna do that, so. And it's not Pop, for the record. So, no, he would come up with something like that.
Doc, you talked about how you guys kind of closed out the game from the 5:40 mark on.
Yeah,
You guys were down 6, and then Vogel got that tech.
yeah.
You guys got the free throw in the basket, came out of that, and got another basket
Yeah.
for a 3-point play, and then you guys went on a big run and kind of closed them out. Can you talk about that tech had anything to do with?
Yeah, I don't think Tech had anything to do with us getting going, you know. And none of us coaches want to get Techs, and, you know, all of us coaches probably have the same rule, the no fourth quarter Tech rule. You know, I have a little pot. If I ever get one, I have to throw it in there. So it's just, you know, those are the points you can't make up, you know. So it happened. Thanks, guys.
Guys,